Well, I didn't get to go to set. Because I was a girl, maybe, I'm not sure. But I told Jennifer the reason why I'm doing this is because of her brother and Joe Johnson. Here I was, this kid, I come walking in like a little vintage, with a vintage dress, and Brad Einhorn is going, okay, so we're doing this and this, and here's a comic book, and he's flipping pages, and I'm like, I don't do comic books, like, why am I here? And all of a sudden, they're like, we want to introduce you to two guys. I turn around, there's a very elegant young guy. This is Mr. Dave Stevens. And I'm like, okay. They're like, no, he's the one with the comic book. I'm like, oh, Mr. Talent. Oh, he's the brainchild. This is his dream. And then they're like, and this is Joe Johnson. And I just about fell over. Because he was like a real director. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And I just started talking. Because they gave me some sketches that were just sort of preliminary. And I just looked at them and I said, that's not going to work. And I said, let me start thinking. And so I talked to these guys, and they were so sweet. They never made fun of me. They never gave me a hard time. And in fact, it was just Dave and I staring at each other. And Joe Johnson stood there like a sequoia tree next to Dave, just listening and supporting him. I could feel it. And then they were supporting me. And I'm like, okay, so we're gonna design it this way, and I'm gonna do this, and they would ask me technical questions, and I would just make stuff up, which I really did wind up doing, but they just kind of had a quizzical look at me. And finally, Joe, at one of our last meetings, looked at me and goes, you know, you're pretty smart for a girl. And I thought, I'm not fired. Because I can get quite animated and nervous, and I just didn't really, for those of you who bought the book or seen the book, you've seen a picture of me with all the paraphernalia around me. I didn't fit in, but I did. And that's why it changed my life. Those two guys were so supportive, so helpful, just in like every word that came out of my mouth, they were almost mouthing at the same time, like, you can do it, you get it, you understand it. So, amazing. I carried that for the rest of my career. It's like, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because you can.